Morning, guys. It's Chris.
It's Kaden.
SVT Garage, and we are back for another Sunday morning podcast. So thank you guys for tuning in. Real quick off the bat, if you guys can go ahead and throw us a like and subscribe. If you guys like the content that we've been throwing out all week, it helps us out, keeps us motivated, and keeps the channel growing. And that's obviously key for kind of running a channel. So we appreciate everything. The channel's been growing really awesome, getting a lot of comments and people chiming in. So it's great to see. We appreciate it. You guys can go ahead and do that. It goes a long way. So thank you. All right. So getting into today's topic, we have a couple of things I'd like to discuss for the 99 to 04 Cobra platforms, and 99 to 04 Mustang platforms, and kind of some of the stuff that is more or less like, your maintenance stuff, probably one of the most wear and tear items on the car, and that's the headlights. So we're gonna do a little talk on the headlights. I want to talk about some tail lights, and I got some stuff that I'd like to show you guys today that I'll be letting go, so we'll get into that as well. But the biggest thing I saw today, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a company that had made some 99 to 01 Cobra tail lights, and I want to get into that too. So, but big shout out to my son Kaden here. He just ordered his first set of wheels and tires. Good job.
Thank you.
That'll be probably about 8 weeks, about 7 now, before they get here. So we did some wheels on his car, did some new tires, and in the meantime, like I said, we were going to kind of start showing the build of that car on the channel. We're going to do full suspension on it. We're going to do some tie rods, some maintenance stuff, do some Brembo brakes in the front. ZZP makes some cool stuff for that car, so we're going to get into his car too coming up. So I just want to say, kind of put on his big boy pants and saved up and bought some wheels and tires, so proud of him.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the kind of what sparked today's video, we were going to talk about some wheels. I think I'll save that when Ryan's here, because he's become a wheel snob. So we will talk about that. He's on shift today, so we didn't get to film this earlier in the week. So it's kind of what we're doing right now. So we'll save that topic for him, because I want to get into the monoblocks, cast wheels, forged aluminum, 2-piece, 3-piece, the whole 9 yards. There's a reason why wheels cost $900 for a set, and there's a reason why wheels cost $4,000 and up per set. So I kind of wanted to touch base on some of that, but we will do that with Ryan, because again, he's excited for that topic, because he's wheel snobby for sure. But let's talk about taillights. So there's a company that I noticed this morning. I think it's called iRock Motorsports. Hey, first of all, not knocking the product. I don't, that's not what this is. So let's just clear the air on that. Just want to throw out what they're selling, and maybe based off of their name of their website, their company, iRock Motorsports. They primarily do the Chevy, iRock, Camaro, Trans Am platform. So they had recently just released some taillights, which for our community is probably one of the biggest discussions for the new edge cars, and that's the 9901 amber taillights. So apparently that guy has a friend who's a Mustang guy, so shout out to him, and went to that guy who makes custom taillights for those platforms, the iRock Z, Trans Am, the Camaro, yada yada. And I think he said he was dabbling into the G8 stuff. So he does taillights already. His buddy said, "Hey, make me a set of amber taillights for 9901 Cobra." So the guy kind of starts looking into it and sees the prices on these things, and he says, "Holy crap! Why is a set of taillights range from an average of $800 to $2,000? Sometimes you've seen it as high as $2,500, depending on the taillight itself." All right, so we're back. A little quick break. But seeing those ranges as high as they go, 2,000 plus is on the low side, 800. He decided to kind of get into that market. A couple issues that I saw with the taillights right away is the amber color is more like, again, not knocking, I'm just saying it's a very bright yellow, like a canary yellow style amber on the bottom of the taillight. It's very yellow, and I was reading some of the comments, and he did say, hey, that's probably because of the light reflecting and creating that illusion of it's that bright. But I still think it's going to be too bright, especially if you're getting into the market of the ambers. It's a very niche piece, and I think if you're going to reproduce it, people are going to buy it. It has to be close to the OEM, the substitute. So the other problem I saw with it is the biggest thing, the reason why those taillights are $2,000, $1,500, X, Y, and Z is you need a set of 99 to 01 harnesses to go with those lights. And these, I see a set of these selling just a harness, no taillights for right and left, so upwards of $300 to $400, and I've seen them dabbling in the 500, but primarily you see them that $300 to $400 range, so about $200 a piece average for these. The problem with the taillights he's selling is they're I think he said the first couple he's going to let go at $550, and then do a run of $650-ish to kind of help with the production cost. The problem is you still don't have the harness. So if you were to utilize those aftermarket headlights that kind of don't resemble, like I don't want to say they don't resemble, the amber's way off again, or maybe it was the lighting, I'm not sure. You're still paying $300 for these on the low end. I was, just to confirm, I was looking on eBay, just one side is selling for $175. So even if you put it at $175 each, you're in that $350 range. So with those taillights plus the harness, you're still up around that $1,000 range. You're very close to it, and you're not. I mean, no offense, OEM is OEM. It's OEM for a reason, and why they have those kind of like high dollar prices, especially on a rare market like that. And again, just education purposes too. He was calling them export taillights. They are export taillights, but we had them here in the States from 99 to 01 on that Cobra. Those are 99 to 01 Cobra specific taillights. And they are on the export models, the Japanese stuff, and maybe even the Australian stuff, whatever. I'm not sure on that end, but I know in Japan, you have to have the amber. And there's a guy, I can't remember his name. We were talking back and forth a little bit on Facebook. He has a dark shadow gray 03 Cobra, and I kind of was going back and forth with him because I thought it was awesome that there's a Japanese guy in Japan rocking one of the most iconic American muscle cars, realistically, one of the most iconic Mustangs over there in Japan. And he was telling me, like, the American market over here is huge. Like, they have clubs specifically for the American market, like cars. They have car shows specifically for the American market. And he was sending me some pictures, and we're sharing some stuff going back and forth. And I was like, wow, that blows my mind, because big over there as it's, probably not as big here, but we also have that following that culture here for the Japanese market. So it's kind of cool to see it going back and forth. But I noticed on his car, I was getting at is, if I can remember the conversation right, it's been a couple years, he has these side markers on his fenders below the Cobra emblem, and it's like a turn signal. And I think that's required over there too, for the Japanese, whatever their laws are over there, for Japan. So I noticed he's got those side markers on his fenders. Again, a little kind of goofy, but it's required over there, if I remember that conversation correct. So you can find these over in Japan, because again, I think when the cars were sold there new, they had to have that amber. And I think there's another couple other countries as well. But for the most part, if you want to find them here in the States, you have to have the harness, and these are 5 lights. So, and that 5th light is for that amber row on the bottom, where the traditional just GT 0304 Cobra V6 whatever, they have 4, so that you're missing that 5th light. Again, you can run them without it. It just won't light up the amber. But again, I think if you're going to sell them on the market, maybe come up with a price where you can put a harness with it, have them function correctly, and just maybe tweak that amber. And I think you can do that. If you can make that price affordable. Because if you're too close to that OEM, people are just going to save up a little extra and get the OEM. If you're going to be up there, at that price, include the harness, fix the amber, and I think you have a huge market if you can get that price comfortable for people to buy. Because again, you got the GTs, you got the 0304 Cobras, you have the V6s. A lot of people like it. I think they look great on my car. With the red fire, it gives that little something in the back, and to me, I love them. I technically got mine for free, as I've said before. I had purchased an 01 Cobra, took the taillights out. I bought the car for the taillights, took the stuff off. This is an extra set I have. Took everything off and sold the car, and technically got it for free because I sold the car and made a couple bucks on it. But I specifically bought that car for those taillights, and so it just worked out for me in that way. But I do like it. It's huge. It's a nice upgrade and a little touch in the back. I know it's a conversation where people are like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't get the yellow. I agree. But if you can source them for cheaper and possibly free, why not? So moving on from there, since we're talking about the lights and stuff, again, OEM, fitment and all that, the headlights. We did a little thing on it before on the front headlights of the cars, a NOS clean set 0304 Cobra set of headlights pulls $2,000 for the headlights, or $1,500 and up, because you can't get them. The other substitute to that is what I have on my red fire car, is the company TYC. They make 2 versions of those headlights, kind of like a basic, hey, we threw it together, here's the headlight, it's ready to go. The other end of it, they do a Cappa certified, which is a little bit better of a headlight, closer to OEM specs. But really the price difference between the 2 headlights, the aftermarket kind of regular one or the Cappa one, is like $15 a light. So, and they're reasonably cheap. I think a Cappa set to your door from Rock Auto or something is like $150, maybe a little more. Might be a little less. I know one of the headlights is cheaper than the other by a couple bucks, but again, not terrible. So if you're going to do the headlight thing, I would spend a little extra and do the Cappa, because I did buy a set of the non-ones that weren't certified, and they were getting moisture in there, and the fitment was a little off. The rubber gasket piece on top just never really stayed on the headlight. I had to keep gluing it. And then I found this Cappa thing, and I was like looking into that, and I was like, oh, totally worth the money. It's only a couple bucks. I didn't even know it was a thing. So just throwing that out there. And I believe Rock Auto has them. Moving forward from there, I have these carbon fiber A-pillars for a coupe. So there's a difference between the coupe and the convertible. This fits the 9904 Mustang coupes. They're full carbon. They're in great shape. I had them installed. I was just going a different route with the car, and I think I'm going to let these go. So if anybody's interested, I'll let them go for, I don't know, $240 shipped. Again, these are in good shape. They're from a guy on Facebook. I think his last name was Klein. Can't remember. And does good work. Does custom stuff for the Mustangs. So you guys can check out his stuff. But if anybody's interested, I have these up as well. And the other thing we're going to part ways with was the Torque Tech kit. I think for right now, the Bronco, it's just not getting the traction like I thought. So I was selling the Torque Tech kit. So I just got for you guys that are GT guys, or 2 valves, and even works with the Grand Marquis and the Crown Vic motors. I got a low mileage. I say 20,000, but I think it's a little less, so I'll just say 20 to be safe. A supercharger that goes with it. So you get the supercharger, the plenum, throttle body, brand new Torque Tech kit. It's never been installed. It's got a new intercooler. The whole thing's ready to go. It's only thing I think you're missing is the injectors. So I was selling that whole kit for $4,500. If you would order it from Torque Tech new, again, mine's brand new, there's a weight on it, and I think the kit alone is like 35 or 37, if I remember right. It's been a little bit. I think I ordered back in February. But it doesn't come with a supercharger, so you have to still source the supercharger. And again, I sourced a really clean one, a low mileage one. I wasn't gonna have problems with. Got it from a reputable guy, and again, those are going for $1,000 to $1,500. Some of them have triple the miles, or 80,000 miles. So the kit I got is set up really nice. So if anybody's interested, you can send me a email or just comment below in the video, and we can go from there. But guys, we have so many these companies out here that want to do parts for these cars, and I think it's awesome that it's keeping this platform and our platforms alive. I want to give a shout out to that company, iRock Motorsports, for kind of dabbling in it. They even had a full, which I thought was kind of wild. The whole tail light was amber, no red. It was all amber, and I was like, oh, that's pretty bold. So I'd like to maybe see what that looks like on a car. If iRock Motorsports wanted to reach out, send us something, we could install it on one of the cars, do a full review on it. And if you want it sent back, we can send it back as well. I'll throw that out there too. But I, kind of try to, I would like to see a market for those taillights, because I'll have cars in the future. I do like the look. I'm a fan. And if we can get them at a reasonable price, I'm all for it. So, yeah, there's that. But you got some stuff coming up on your car.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking? What do you want to do after we get these wheels on? What are you?
Probably like some interior stuff, like the carpet itself is like white, grayish,
Faded.
Yeah. It has some stains, but when I first got the car, it came with stupid
diamond plate floor mats.
Mm-hmm.
They were like a blue, anodized blue.
It's an auto parts store.
Yeah, like right out of Advance, just kind of like.
Well, I don't know if there's an option for my car when it first came out the factory. Is there an option where you can't get the carpets, like the Redline carpets? The floor mats?
You have to source those used.
Yeah, because
those are expensive too. So his car has a niche group of people that we have found some really nice parts. We found a low mileage steering wheel. What else do we get from that guy? We got the steering wheel is like 50,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So the steering wheel, the dome light,
the door panels.
We got the dome light cover, the door panels, the boost gauge. So his car comes with a
fog lights too.
Yeah, we got the fog lights. His car comes with some really cool parts that were specific to that Saturn Ion Redline. And same thing, there's people who part them out. This guy parted out a 50,000 mile car. His door panels were busted. We threw them away, right?
Yeah, so I think someone painted them silver. It was factory black, silver, and then they painted over again. Black.
It looked.
And the rear doors are messed up too. I think replace those.
It looked tarnished.
Mm-hmm.
So he found them. We sourced those. We got the steering wheel. We put the new ZZP short throw in there.
Mm-hmm.
So your interior is coming along. The headliner is new. But they're not cheap. Like the seats in his car, the Recaros,
$1,000 each.
$1,000 each, and I was like, golly. And it's not just the Terminator stuff that gets expensive or the Mustang stuff. It's kind of across all the different makes and models. And he's got the good little motor in there, the 2.0 Ecotec, supercharged. So there's a following for that car, and the production number on that's so low that when people sell parts on that car, they're pricey too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we got the, like I said, we're redoing the suspension. I think it's a little too low. I don't like how low it is.
Yeah,
it's on springs too, so it makes me wonder. They're super aggressive, low, like on the lower side.
They're like, I know the brand. It's like Intrax,
but I don't know if they were cut. They're so low.
They might be cut.
That I could see a coil over getting that low, but not the spring. I've never seen it. Most springs are like a 2-inch drop.
I mean, when I get the new wheels, will it look goofy because of the gap in it?
No, because we're gonna set. Me and Ryan are already talking. We're gonna order a set of springs because your fender almost sits over the top of the tire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why you kind of scrape everything when you go like with bumps and stuff. Mm-hmm. We're gonna set up like our cars where your fender is right above the tire,
like a camber.
No, not the camber. Just the gap between
where it just sits.
Flush.
It's wider.
Flush. So we just want to get rid of the way the car is sitting on, essentially with. It's just so low that I don't want to see you kind of mess anything up going over speed. You can't even go over speed bumps.
I can't.
And again, that we bought the car that way, so we're gonna redo the suspension. It's gonna get new shocks, new springs. Those cars came with like a performance package, so you can get the Brembo front brakes. I think ZZP sells them for like $220. So me and Ryan can install those. We'll do some braided brake lines up there. What else you got? We got to do the tie rods, and there was one other thing we wanted to do to that.
Sway bar?
No, something else. Anyways, your car's gonna get a nice little kind of freshen up. So then we put the wheels on there. We're getting all that done before the wheels come in. So then we can slap the wheels on there. And shout out to Fitment Industries. They gave them a $50 discount for being a first time buyer. So that was cool. $50, free shipping. Tires were mounted and balanced. And the price included lug nuts. So the way that Fitment Industries sets up some of their wheel packages is actually pretty nice. Shipped to the house for that sale price. Obviously, I know they're getting some of their money back in the shipping, clearly. But it was under $2,000 for a set of wheels and tires. Again, they were the knockoffs of the TE 37s. Mm-hmm. So they're the knockoff wheel, which is fine. 17. He doesn't have to buy forged wheels. I ran XXRs on my car for 8 years before I, pulled the trigger on a custom set of forged wheels. It's fine. That's kind of the other thing we want to get into on the wheels.
I mean, they wouldn't fit my car, right? Because
what?
The TEs, the real ones.
No, they would.
They would? Oh.
You're not spending $1,000 a wheel though. It's not happening. Not yet.
I will get to that.
Sure. Not right now. I'm 17 in high school. I didn't have a set of wheels when I owned my car when I was 17. So you're lucky. You're doing good. So wheels, tires, shipped to the house, lug nuts, everything, plug and play, mount and balance. So Fitment Industries, guys, appreciate the hookup on that. But we're gonna take the supercharger off. We're gonna port it. We're gonna send the Jason. We're gonna have him powder coat the valve cover. We're gonna do something with the supercharger. We're not gonna powder coat it because of baking it. We don't want to take the whole thing apart and have to reassemble it.
I want to polish it out or sand it, right?
I don't think we're gonna polish it. It's a lot of work.
No,
okay. I think we're gonna paint it and just make everything clean and just look good, kind of like our cars. Just pop the hood. You're like, oh wow, that's clean. It's kind of the look that we're going for.
Painted the same color as the car itself, right?
Could do that.
Yeah.
But we have some plans coming on the line for your car too. So, but guys, look forward to that. Again, we're trying to get into other stuff too. We do primarily want to just stick with the Mustang stuff, but obviously for my son and some friends, we will obviously dabble into other things as well. So, but it's SVT Garage. It's Chris.
Kaden.
We appreciate your guys' time. Thank you for tuning in again, and we'll catch you guys next week. If you can, for real, throw us that like, subscribe, give us a share. It goes a long way. And I think there's a new hype option on there, right? There's a hype option on the videos now where you can hype other people's videos. I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know how to do it. If you guys can figure it out, let me know. But it's SVT Garage. We'll catch you guys on the next one.